Hey guys, hope everyone's well. It's your boy M.K.S here, back with another video, obviously part 2, as the title suggests, of the people, groups, and organisations I wish to support. Hope as many people as possible will check out part 1 and hopefully will enjoy it and give me some likes and share the video, as I always hope that, obviously, anyway, as you might imagine. So I'm probably waffling. I feel a bit bad because I forgot to put dog's food down, so I must always remember to feed the dog and water him, as I call it, feed him and give him his water and that kind of thing. So I feel really bad, and I must remember things like, because my brain is like sieve, I forget things like I must always remember certain things. Anyway, as I say, hopefully people checked out part 1 and enjoyed it, and hopefully I did at least a half a decent job, and people share the video, and hopefully if in the future I do get enough views and I do make any money from these videos, I will donate the profits to charity whenever and wherever possible. Obviously, if I'm starving and I need the money, I'll probably keep it, but I will keep it. But if not, if I've got enough to live on, I'll give the rest to charity. Gosh, I do waffle, I know, I apologise. Anyway, so on to the list, number 11. I hope to support inventors and those sorts of people from what I call the Four and Ireland and places like that, countries that were colonised. And also, on the note what I've just said about forgetting to feed my dog, I hope to support animal rights as well as children's rights, human rights generally, and that sort of thing. Number 12, I hope to support and empower the victims of abuse and bullying and disabled people and other disadvantaged groups, which I've talked about before, and sort of try and uplift people and motivate people. It's a difficult one because I'm a libertarian, so I don't really believe like we should have higher taxes or force people to help other people. I think they should do it because they want to do it from their mind, heart, and soul. I know it's easier said than done. I think it should be up here and here, the heart, whatever that they want to do it, the heart and soul. I suppose it's around here. Anyway. And not because they're forced by the government or whoever else. So I don't want to put pressure on people or force anyone to help other people. I want them to do it because they want to do it. So I want to encourage people, and it will feel much better, I think, to give things away. And I suppose I'm looking at the biblical teaching. I know I keep mentioning I'm not a scholar or anything like that, or that religious. I don't even go to church or anything like that. But I am thinking of the biblical teaching. It's better to give than receive. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that, I admit. But when I do my charitable stuff, it feels a lot better. Then I think it feels a lot better, and it feels like you got something to work towards, although it can be a pain in the neck because you have to, it can be something that challenges you, especially with a brain like mine, which is a bit like sieve. But yeah, so I hope, on that note, basically I hope to support people who are disadvantaged, but I don't want to do so through higher taxes or control or laws or controlling companies or telling companies what to do or telling people what to do or telling people they have to give charity. I want them to do it because they want to do it, not because they're forced to do it. And I'm not a big fan of taxes or certainly not higher taxes and things like that, I'm not. Even though I've been a dole willer for most of my life, so unfortunately. So for most of my working life, most of my life where I could be working, so that is a dilemma. But as a libertarian, I don't really want it to be forced. I want people to give to charity because they want to give to charity, not because because they're forced to do it. So, number 13, a lot of groups I wish to support. I'm a bit biased towards like town football or people with things in common with me, or Eurasian nations, transcontinental, generally Mid-Eastern and Mediterranean. I'm a bit biased in favour of those nations. So I do have a few biases, and people with olive skin, part olive skin, as I call it as well, and mixed race, and then still people. So anyway, so I hope I haven't jinxed it, but I know I include that for 13 because it's some more biases rather than more selfless stuff. Anyway, number 14, again, those who try and solve other people's problems and help, I call the Four, or help the poor generally, help disadvantaged people. I hope to support them and help them to help others and solve problems, those who are good at problem solving. And funny enough, they say dyslexic people are quite good at solving problems, so hopefully we can look how to help those in poverty. And it'd be great if dyslexic people from the West, like America or the UK, especially those who have done well, which I know quite a few of, will go and mentor and train people from the East, if you like Asia and Africa, places like that. As I've talked before about like Richard Branson, people like that making, or Charles Schwab, Quake Core, people like that making, I was going to say Ingvar Kamprad, but unfortunately he's no longer with us, but maybe in his honour, like IKEA could do something to set up training academies. So all these companies and organisations, especially ones run by dyslexics, but even generally, like could set up their own training academies, like the Richard Branson Centre for Dyslexia and Creativity, or training up dyslexic entrepreneurs, or things like that, whatever they want to call it, in Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, places like that, which I've talked about. So those who can solve those problems and help people, I hope to help them to help others, as I say. Number 15, I hope to find ways to help other people and sort of network people together. So like what I call the four, which I mentioned in part one, the first four groups I talked about helping. I hope they'll network together. I'll mention it quickly just in case people forget or forgot. But people like from Africa, Australasia, Aborigines, Maoris, and people like that. The global Black diaspora, perhaps even Native or Indigenous Americans, people from Asia, or maybe even people of colour, generally supporting each other, supporting those groups, so fundraising and just generally supporting those groups economically and things like that. Number 16, I hope to look at the best ways of supporting other people like analysts, and again helping them to help others, like scientists who can solve a lot of these problems like global warming or illnesses, sicknesses, diseases, and things like that. And also, especially from Africa and Asia, working together, and again the four working together again in STEM and things like that. And again, people who share ideas about how to help other people, and like people who share the same goals and look at how to help more people. So I hope to listen to more ideas as well. Number 17, those with skills, talents, and abilities who want to make the world a better place and share similar goals. Number 18, those who want to make the world a better place and again share similar goals. And again, I was thinking like with dyslexia, normally dyslexia is seen as a disability or weakness, which it can be, especially in the academic system. But I think it'd be great if we went from like a group who struggles academically and needs one-to-one support or extra time, or needs support, or is often involved in crime, or is a disadvantaged group. It'd be great if we could somehow go from a group that's disempowered to becoming empowered and even helping others, like dyslexic people doing a lot for charity. I think would be great. So we go from a disadvantaged group to an empowered group, and also like dyslexic people from Africa and Africa, and especially from the Black community generally. Like people have stereotypes saying Black people are stupid or dumb or thick or lazy or whatever, and they have similar views about dyslexic people. So I think it'd be great to support to see people who are both Black and dyslexic, who have those negative stereotypes placed upon them, doing so well. Like Damon John and people like that, Benjamin Zephaniah, the poet, my friend Derek Horn, shout out to him, hope he appreciates a shout out, and people like that. Number 19, again, hope to look at how best to help Africa, again, support those to help others, and any organisation and individual who wants to support African software developers, and of course African software developers themselves, which is the goal. And number 20, again, organisations, groups, and individuals who support African tech generally, and of course people from Africa themselves in tech. Gosh, I do speak fast, I'm sorry. Hope you enjoyed this, and I didn't waffle too much. Hope that made at least some sense, and as ever, I'd love to know what you think, and I really hope it can help as many people as possible. So anyway, as ever, please share any ideas you have. Please don't hold back any ideas at all of what you think are the best ways, or at least some ways, to help